Morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Thursday the 1st of Feb 2018. I'm Darren Sinden, and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. We had a relatively quiet end to the month of January as far as the world's foreign exchanges were concerned. I've highlighted the moves such as they were here in red. One thing I would point out though is that the yen is trading with a 109 handle, in fact 109.47 against the dollar shortly before we recorded the video, so the dollar gaining some ground against the yen. In terms of the world of cryptocurrencies, Ethereum had a good end to January, up around 8.38% on the day yesterday, bringing its weekly gains to 8.57% and taking the monthly total to 33.2% for the crypto coin. Right, what's on the calendar today? Events that may move the markets? Well, we've already had earlier this morning Caixin PMI manufacturing data for January out of China, a read of 51.5 there, so slightly ahead of the 51.3 forecast that the market was expecting. And then to come at 8:15, we shall have retail sales out of Switzerland, a year-on-year figure for December. At 8:55, we'll have the market manufacturing PMI for Germany. That, of course, reads directly into its European counterpart, and it's that data that we shall see out of the Eurozone at 9 a.m. So there may be an opportunity to arbitrage those two figures in that 5-minute gap. Now, 9:30 GMT, market manufacturing PMI for January out of the UK. Obviously, cable enjoying something of a run, sterling generally enjoying something of a run. It'll be interesting to see if that increases or decreases positive sentiment towards the UK currency. It's Thursday, and so its initial and continuing jobless claims, obviously they take on more significance today as they come one day ahead of the wider non-farm payroll and unemployment situation report due tomorrow. In terms of other data coming out of the States, at 13:30 we'll also have unit labour costs for Q4, a gauge of how much it costs businesses to hire staff. At 14:45 we'll have market manufacturing PMI for January out of the States, and at 1500, one of my personal favourites, the ISM manufacturing PMI also for January coming out of the US. And besides that, we have construction spending for DEC out of the States, and at 21:45 building permits in New Zealand. Right, breaking news and comment. It's caught my eye overnight. First of all, we had Janet Yellen's final FOMC, Federal Open Markets Committee meeting yesterday, and it voted unanimously to leave US rates unchanged. Janet Yellen will officially retire from her role as Fed Governor on the 3rd of Feb. Taiwan's central bank is to have a new chief as well. The current governor retires after 20 years of service, and his deputy, Yang Qinlong, is set to take over as the new boss. Meanwhile, in India, the government has said as part of its 2018 budget, it will increase the prices that it pays to farmers for staple crops to at least 1.5 times the cost of their production. Switching to the States, Apple, Alphabet, Amazon and the Chinese Alibaba are all to report earnings today in a big hitting day for technology stocks. Finally, Australia has moved to curb Chinese investments in electricity and agricultural assets over concerns that infrastructure and food security. Right, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day, and why not think about this? GDP and its rates of change is one of the main metrics for measuring a country's prosperity, but it's a lagging indicator, and it's one that's often subject to revision. Because of this, the World Bank has proposed a new measure of national wealth as a better gauge of progress. And the table on the right is a breakdown of how some countries would stack up on this metric. Wealth per capita, for instance, is the national wealth as calculated by the World Bank divided by the population of the country. $983,000 for the USA on that measure, and $12,700 for Bangladesh. Shows you the dispersion of results there. Right, please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading foreign exchange and or CFDs on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about those risks or the suitability of the products for you, then please do take time to contact your Pepperstone account representative. Thank you very much.